Hi friends, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a foundation test. I really love doing these whenever I get a new foundation, but I actually pulled up a foundation that I do like, but I wanted to do it because I am just the type of person that puts foundation on and I call it a day. I don't really check back throughout the day because I don't like makeup that I have to deal with or hassle with, and that's why a lot of times I forget to put on lipstick because I just am like, oh, I'm ready to go, and then something I don't really like to retouch. I really like putting something on and then just thinking that it's going to last throughout the day. Alright, so I have the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Fit Me foundation. This foundation is extremely popular. I have been using it probably for the last 6 months or so, obviously using it with other foundation or using different foundations as well during those times. But I have, anytime I do put it on my face, I do really like the way that it looks. My only thing is that I just throw it on my face and then I call it a day, so I don't really see how it reacts to my skin. So I really did want to do a test to see if it actually is worth, you know, the money and worth it. So the really great thing is that there's a matte and poreless. There's also a dewy and smooth, which is good for people with drier skin. I am on a combo oily skin, so I went with the matte and poreless. It comes in 40 shades, which is great. And I right here have 122 creamy beige, and then I also have 125, which is nude beige. So I have both of them because I really wanted to show you the difference, which they're very, very close. And honestly, I can't really tell which one suits me better, but I really wanted to test it out with you guys. And I think it might just be the undertones. I think it might just be the undertones that are different. It looks like 125 is more of a neutral color and then 122 is more of a warm shade. So this is 122 and this is 125. So if you guys can kind of see the difference. I just wanted to try that out because I do have both shades, so I just wanted to show you guys what it's working with. So I'm going to go just read off the Maybelline website so I am very accurate. So it says, it's all about matching skin tone and texture, mattifying liquid formula ideal for normal to oily skin. It pore minimizes and it's dermatologist tested, allergy tested, and that it's a matte foundation for micro powder, so it kind of turns powdery. So what I've noticed, it's more of a demi matte, so it's not going to suck all the oils off your skin. So anywho, it is $7.99 on the Maybelline website, and I'm going to just go ahead and test it for you. I'm going to just grab the 122, the creamy beige. I feel like this undertone is a little bit more suited for me. And as always, I'm going to do one side with a sponge and then one side with a brush. Alright, so I've already primed my face with the e.l.f. Hydrating Face Primer. I thought this primer would be really good because it's hydrating, but it also mattifies. So I think it might be a good mixture for the foundation. Alright, so I'm going to just go in, put dots all over my face. The brush I'm using today is the Real Techniques buffing brush. I've actually been really enjoying this brush. So that is the brush I'm using. And I'm going to do this as the brush side. So I believe it's buildable coverage. Right now I would definitely say that this is light. I'm going to do this side with a sponge. Can you guys tell a difference? I feel like this, I definitely got way more coverage, and I definitely feel like this side is more mattifying looking. It doesn't look extremely matte, but it's definitely more matte than this sponge. Oh, and I'm so sorry, I'm using the Miraculous Complexion Sponge by Real Techniques as well. So overall, I would definitely say this is a light coverage. I don't mind this coverage, but honestly, where my problem areas, which were my bigger pores, are right here. And I definitely think I need more coverage there, so I'm going to just throw on a little bit and see if it's more buildable. So I'm going to go over with this side with the brush. I'll just bring it down because why not? I think with that primer, it definitely makes it look a lot more glossy on my face, which I don't mind because it does look more like natural skin. Now with the sponge. I would say that this is a good medium coverage. Definitely not the lightest coverage I ever had. My skin still looks like skin, but it definitely looks a lot more evened out and toned. I really like this. I wouldn't say this is the most full coverage, but I'm going to just go over my whole face with not extra product just to even out the way that it looks. And I would definitely say it's buildable, but it's not out of control where it looks super cakey. It literally looks just like my skin. I really like that part of it. But as I've said, I have used this foundation before, but this is more so just going to test it out throughout the day to see if it actually lasts. Because, as I said, I'm definitely a person that throws it on and then just calls it a day. I don't really touch up, look. But I definitely feel like this just looks like skin, and I really like the way that it looks. It looks, I honestly can say, like, I feel like it's never looked this good on my skin. It looks quite nice, and I really like it. Another great thing is that I don't feel like it oxidizes, but honestly, I'm going to check back when I do my next update. So, I'll see you guys later. Alright, so I'm on my number one update. I actually have a full face of makeup on now, so sorry, my hair is crazy and it's hot, so I don't want to have it down. So this is my first update. I have full face of makeup just to kind of let you know. I did set it with number 7 translucent powder, and then of course I have blush and powder on. I feel like makeup got on it quite nicely. It went on quite smoothly. My only issue was, I know that it says it's poreless, so if you're expecting for it to totally take away your pores, it's definitely not going to happen. I definitely could still see some pores here. They definitely have minimized. They do look smaller, but if you have quite large pores like I do, I definitely would suggest put on a poreless primer. Other than that, I mean, my face does look good. It does look more, it looks more like skin type. So if you're expecting a super mattifying finish, I don't think you're going to get that, because my face still looks healthy, still looks glowy. I could still see blemishes on it. It's not really full coverage. I do really like the way that my makeup turned out. I think it looks nice. And that is update number 1. I am going to be running to the store, getting my hair done, so my next update will probably be in a few hours. I have already had the makeup on for probably about an hour and a half now with my full face. It took me that long, and I was filming in between. So, see you guys in my next update. So I went and got my hair done, so it feels nice and fresh. A little bit more blonde, but my makeup held up beautifully. Honestly, cannot believe, because, obviously she darkens my roots, and so she has to scrub off the dark hair, because I like the way that a shadow root looks, and it literally held up so beautifully. I'm honestly impressed. You really can't even see a line where it was. And I've been running around doing errands, and I love the way that my natural oils are coming through. It doesn't look oily or anything. It just looks really glossy and pretty. I'll come up close so you guys can see. So I absolutely love the way that it looks. I have had it on now, so 5.5 hours, and so far it is wearing beautifully. I could tell it's not going to be like a super long wearing where I'm like, oh my goodness, but I think it's doing beautifully. I'll probably have my next update in about 3-4 hours, because then that will be all together about 8-9 hours. 10 is kind of where I am really topping it off and like going the extra mile, because I don't really have makeup on that long on my face anyways, but I think it looks beautiful. It looks very natural on my skin. My skin looks like skin. It doesn't look like it's caked on with foundation, and super happy. Super. Alright guys, this is my last update. It is way longer than I expected. Last update, you guys probably saw me about 4.5 hours ago, and I honestly was planning on doing an update maybe 3 hours. So I've had this on about 9 hours, so no, 10. So I've had this on about 10 hours and it honestly held up quite nicely. I really like the way that it looks. I just literally have a nice little gloss over my whole face. I would say if you're looking for a super mattifying foundation, this definitely isn't it. And if you're looking for crazy coverage, it isn't it. I think it does a really good natural everyday look. It's a very demi matte and then it goes to a nice luminous glow. So I really like this foundation. I think it wears beautifully. I would say that it's a good 6 to 8 hour foundation, and after that you're gonna want to retouch it up. But overall, I really love the way that it looks. My face just looks quite glossy and beautiful, and I'm in it. So thanks so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye!